As we know, there's various applications when talking about being neutral. The American Heritage Dictionary of the English language says the state or policy of being neutral, especially non-participation in war. Yes, our discussion tonight talks about Christian neutrality when it comes to political affairs of the system of things. We see so much on TV, here on the radio, about this, that it could be difficult for us at times, especially if we're passionate, to not get into the heat of the moment of these things. But we know as Christians, we must follow the example of Jesus. Jesus was urged to intervene in political matters or take sides. What did he do? He refused to do that. He turned down Satan's offer of power all the kingdoms of the world. Also refused to be drawn into an argument over the paying of taxes. But yet, his fine example of neutrality didn't prevent the benefit of others. Let's turn to Matthew chapter 22, if you will. Matthew chapter 22 and verse 38 talks about the greatest and the first commandment, which is to love Jehovah in whole mind. In Matthew chapter 22 and verse 39, it goes on to say, "The second like it is this, you must love your neighbor as yourself." So to truly love Jehovah means to view others as he does. What is the best way then we can show that we do care about our neighbor's welfare? Well, again, is to follow the fine example of Jesus, to preach and teach and share the good news of his kingdom. In Matthew chapter 28, the first part of verse 19 says, "Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations." So we must be prepared to do that at all times, especially when our Christian neutrality is tested. A brother from when I lost my job because of my stand for Christian neutrality, my family and I asked Jehovah to help us chart our future. In our prayer, we expressed our desire to expand our ministry. Soon thereafter, we embarked on a nomadic journey that took us to 8 foreign countries on 2 continents. As a result, we were able to carry out our ministry in faraway places. No doubt this brother took sides with Jehovah, and him and his family also showed them even in these faraway places. Galatians chapter 6, if you'll follow me there. Galatians chapter 6, and we'll consider verse 10. And it says, "Really then, as long as we have time favorable for it, let us work what is good toward all, but especially toward those related to us in the faith." We must have love for our fellow Christians. We know that we do, whether it be after helping from a devastating storm as we have, and we know the organization is ready to do, or it's maybe helping our brothers and sisters learn the deeper things of Jehovah. Possibly some physical assistance with maybe just a meal or a cup of coffee or a smile and a hug at the congregation meetings goes a long way. In 1933, there were about 25,000 of Jehovah's Witnesses in Germany. Thousands of them were among the first people to be thrown into Nazi camps and prisons. They declared their neutrality as Christians toward all kinds of political and military activity. They did not Heil Hitler. They refused to accept the Nazi racist ideology and to share in Hitler's war machine. About 2,000 died, more than 250 of them by execution. What did they do? Well, with the help of Jehovah's Holy Spirit, our brothers and sisters helped their fellow prisoners to endure, instilling Bible-based hope in them, and by sharing whatever they had with sick ones and weak ones, sometimes even offering their last piece of bread. How did they feel about their fellow man? Well, the same that Jehovah does. John 3:16, it brings out, "For God loved the world so much that he gave his only begotten Son, in order that everyone exercising faith in him might not be destroyed, but have everlasting life." From Jehovah, the angels have the responsibility of our spiritual welfare. In turn, we're entrusted with the welfare of ourselves in staying spiritually neutral in our relationship with Jehovah, in making a reply to him that is taunting, and to our neighbors who must hear the good news of God's kingdom.